Business Today is brought to you by
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union Crib Club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the Crib Club. You're young and you need to save money with the Crib Club. Savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show some discipline. It is beneficial for you. When you save, you see the value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union Crib Club. More than just money with the credit union Crib Club.
Yeah.
This is Business Today for July 7th, 2016. I'm Vic Fernandez. Businessman Ralph Busy Williams renews his call for a minimum rate to be established for those providing energy to the national grid from renewable sources. And he has asked the Finance Minister to use his influence to get it done. Mr. Williams was addressing the opening of the Regis Business Centre at Welch's in St. Thomas this week.
All I'm going to ask before I leave is for the Minister to whisper in the ear of the Minister of Energy that we still don't have a minimum price for electricity generated from the sun. And see if he can use his considerable influence to get them to establish a minimum rate. Because with the rate tied to the price of oil, you can't bank the systems.
Mr. Williams made it clear he is not about to give up the fight to ensure that all the energy used on the island comes from renewable energy sources.
In case anybody's in any doubt about my commitment to taking Barbados to 100% alternative energy, forget it right now. There is no doubt. I'm obsessed, will remain obsessed, and for your information, this building is covered, the roof of this building is covered with photovoltaic panels installed by Williams Solar, and if you look outside, the car parks will soon be covered by similarly, and the company that is using the power is Regis. So we are as committed as we ever were.
With the majority of Caribbean destinations recording an increase in visitor arrivals last year, Chairman of the Caribbean Tourism Organization, CTO, Richard Seeley, says the future of the industry is looking bright. In fact, he says the region is on course to post another record year.
We are on course in 2016 to see 30 million visitors coming to the region for the first time. 7.3% increase over the first quarter of last year, and that is putting us on track to achieve that target. And we look forward very much indeed to reaching that goal.
He reported on the performance of 24 out of 30 CTO members that have already filed their first quarter reports.
19 of the 24 members are seeing increases in arrivals, and those increases from as modest as 1.7% to as much as, I think, 10%. Antigua and Barbados have seen close to 10% increase in arrivals over last year there. Barbados is 7.4, and the average for the region is 7.3. So we have an idea that people are still very much coming in their numbers to the region. It is, of course, noteworthy as well that arrivals from Europe are actually, first quarter, 11%.
Minister of Finance Chris Sinclair says he is satisfied with the take-up of loans from the Enhanced Credit Guarantee Fund. The fund, which is administered by the Central Bank of Barbados, offers loans up to $2 million to local small and medium-sized enterprises. Encouraging more businesses to access the fund, Mr. Sinclair says the process of obtaining financing is now much easier.
One of the things that we've had to do, because we know some of these guarantee schemes, enhanced business schemes, tend to have so much paperwork that they turn off the applicant, so much bureaucratic paperwork and requirements. And we've sought to work with the central bank to limit those down to the absolute minimum. and to work. And I believe that already a few businesses have started to access those resources.
Now for today's financial tip. All small businesses need to have a backup savings plan in the event of a downturn. In times of plenty, be sure to boost your savings plan. It is important that you consider whether you have enough savings to cover any potential business losses or to protect you when things don't go as planned. That's been the Business Today. Join us again on Tuesday next. Until then, you can get more business and news by logging on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribing to our e-paper and liking us on Facebook. I'm Vic Fernandes.